The sun is out in Long Pond, Pennsylvania, as our coverage of the Pennsylvania 500 presented by Pep Boys continues. Long rain delay, now a lot of racing ahead of us, and some interesting action at the front of the field. Sterling Marlin continues to lead. Let's take you deep into the field, beginning with Marty Snyder.
And Bill, that lead grows almost every lap for Sterling Marlin. Now it's up to over 7 seconds. He is the only one turning laps down the 51-10-second bracket. Last lap for Sterling Marlin, 56.172. Excellent run for these guys. He has said nothing on the radio. Tony Glover just keeps calling out the lap times. This car for Sterling has won twice this year at Las Vegas and Darlington, and only once at the finish out of the top 10. Dave?
Marty, Tony Stewart has also been very quiet on the radio. This is the same car that he used to his third-place finish at Chicagoland earlier this year, and he told his team it was either the best or the second-best car he's ever had at Joe Gibbs Racing. As for the 9 car of Bill Elliott, he right now is also all quiet on the radio. They fixed the loose through the center condition, and if he moves, now he moves into second place, so obviously they did fix that car, running much better for him. And if he can win today, he will take over the most wins for active drivers here at Pocono Raceway with a total of 5. Now in 4th place, the 12 car of Ryan Newman. He's just a little bit tight in that car. They'll try to make a change to fix that on his next stop. Ryan, who loves to go fishing everywhere he races, fished at Big Boulder Lake yesterday and pulled out a 4-pound bass. A pretty good take for this young rookie in the Winston Cup Series. Bill?
Well, Ricky Rudd started this race in 2nd place, restarted it in 7th, and is currently running 5th. But he believes his car was better before the second long rain delay than it was before it. We'll have to see what happens. Marty?
Bill Del Jarrett restarted after the rain delay in 11th. He is up to the 6th position, doing very well. On the radio, he said nothing. Todd Parrott keeps telling him, you're doing good. The lap times look great. They've had 4 top 10s in their last 7 races. They might be on their way to another one. Weber?
Dave Blaney only took 2 tires during his last pit stop, restarted forward in the field, has slipped back a little bit. His car's a little bit tight, but the driver and the crew very confident. Some people want to say this is a single car team, but they've got Penske support. We'll see what happens. Dave Blaney trying to move forward in the field, Matt.
And Bill trying to reel in Dave Blaney is a 99 of Jeff Burton. He's still looking for his season's first victory. He started near the back. He qualified 33rd. He has climbed all the way up to 8th. All he said on the radio that his car was loose off the corners, so they made an air pressure adjustment. Meanwhile, John Andretti, the Andretti family, notoriously from Nazareth, they've got so much racing history, especially here at Pocono. He's never won here, although he claims he won a go-kart race when he was a kid. He qualified 5th. He was just passed by the 99 car 2 laps ago. He was a little bit loose in some areas, tight in others, so they adjusted with air pressure. Dave?
Matt, the 48 car of Jimmy Johnson needs to stop for fuel and adjustments in about 10 laps. He's a little bit loose off. Just think what this rookie has done this year with 2 wins and a 3rd place finish here at Pocono. He's very confident now with the support of his team and the way that they're working together. We'll see him win another race before this year is over. Alan?
Sterling Marlin continues to add to his lead. It's up to 7.8 seconds now over Bill Elliott as we continue to go through the field. Mark Martin runs in the 11th spot now. And let's check with Bill.
Well, Alan, he's chasing Marlin on the track and Marlin in the points. Mark Martin 2nd in points, 55 behind coming in here. Lost 6 points to Sterling last week. Mark a little tight on the racetrack. He has never won here at Pocono. Marty?
Kurt Busch having a fine run out there, Bill. He's restarted 16th after the rain delay. He's moved his way up to 12th. The car is a little bit tight for Kurt. They're debating on an air pressure change or a wedge adjustment right now, which will be the better thing. These guys have 4 top 10s in the last 5 races and had the very impressive run in New Hampshire when they came from 3 laps down to finish in the top 10. Dave?
Marty, Ricky Craven runs in 13th. That damage from the lap 1 incident to his 32 car on the front end is not causing him any problems right now. Temperatures are fine. It's just a little bit tight going through the corners. Alan?
Change of position for 3rd. Ryan Newman moving up.
So Tony Stewart, they changed the 4 tires, but again, Zipadelli explained the strategy to see what their car was going to do so they would have some idea what kind of changes to make on the car as the pit stops ensue all day long.
Here come the 28 and the 88 to kind of join the fray for that spot as well. Let's keep going through the field. We left off with 13th place Ricky Craven. How about Jerry Nadeau? He runs in 14th, Marty.
Yeah, how about this one for Jerry Nadeau? Very impressive. He did have one race with his team earlier this year. Of course, at Sears Point, looked like they were going to win the thing. Had the transmission break at the end of the race, or the gear rather break at the end of the race. This is his first week in the car for the rest of the year. He will be in this car for Steve Grissom. The remainder of the year, the car a little bit tight right now, but overall very much happy with the race car. Matt Kenseth behind him on the racetrack in 15th. He told us he wasn't happy with his car during the rain delay. He said it's tight, but it's starting to get a little better for him. He has not had a top 10 in the last 4 races since he won at Michigan.
And Jeremy Mayfield, an unscheduled pit stop, I guess, Dave.
Actually, this is starting to fall in their pit window, Benny, but he was so loose that they needed to go 3 rounds down on the track bar to tighten that car up, as well as add fuel. It sounds like he shut the car off or stalled it. Now he refires it, and Jeremy Mayfield is off of pit road.
Yeah, it's been 35 laps since they pitted, so we are starting to trickle in. I figured we'd see everybody get up to around 40, but...
And it sounds like he was out of fuel. I mean, Dave said the engine was off.
Yeah. So Mayfield rejoins. And it looks like he has lost a lap in the process there.
Yes, he has. He will be a lap down if the caution flag should come out soon. But as soon as all these leaders make a pit stop, he should be okay.
Tony Stewart slipping back as Rudd and Jarrett continue their march forward. Puts Rudd up to 4th, Jarrett to 5th, and Tony back to 6th. Now, Tony is the 6th place car, and look at that last lap speed for Sterling Marlin we saw there. 3 mile-an-hour difference just about.
You know what, that 20 car doesn't look like he's got any aero push problem. The way he drove underneath that car in front of him of Dale Jarrett. Yep, that thing was pinned right to the ground.
Now Rudd and Jarrett are up there pressuring Newman for the 3rd spot.
So once again, the Robert Yates cars, the 28 and 88, are very, very good this week, but they got to catch Sterling Marlin.
Yeah.
And they're going to need some help to do that.
Let's mention that Brett Bodine has come back out from behind the wall. He is 10 laps down, back in 40th place. Rusty Wallace has not returned to the race yet. Morgan Shepherd has gone to the garage.
And John Andretti just left pit road after making a schedule, I guess, 4-tire stop.
Yep, going to start to see all the leaders come in here in these next few laps. Here comes Bill Elliott. 2nd place car off the track onto pit road. Stop is as the leaders complete lap number 61. 55 miles an hour, the pit road speed limit for Elliott today. And he works his way down this long pit road to Dave Burns.
And Bill Elliott comes in now, the pole sitter, to get the adjustments on his car. Remember, he was reporting that they fixed the looseness in the center. It looks like if they make anything, that they're just going to make an air pressure adjustment. So for Bill right now, the case is just to get it full of fuel and get it back off of pit road. The 48 of Jimmy Johnson also on pit road. Remember, he was having a loose-off condition. And right now, and they're going to go ahead and change 4 tires on that car, make an air pressure adjustment, and also make a wedge adjustment in the left rear. And he is now off of pit road as well.
I tell you, that Bill Elliott pit stop was terrific. I mean, that was in a 13-second bracket. They almost got my pocket with that stop.
Kyle Petty and Derek Cope are in. They had a little interesting exchange on the opening to pit road, but everybody got away okay. Now here comes Ryan Newman. He'll be followed down pit road by Mark Martin. That's Derek Cope's car that's leaving just in front of Newman.
And Jerry Nadeau slid all 4 tires trying to get down to the 55-mile-per-hour speed limit.
Go ahead, Dave.
Ryan Newman battling with Jimmy Johnson for Rookie of the Year honors. They will go to the right side. Remember, Ryan was just a tick tight. They're going to make an adjustment to the chassis in the left rear. Bill Weber.
Mark Martin on pit road. Remember, his car was tight. 4 tires, 2 rounds of bite out. All the fuel you can get. He's on his way.
Jeff Gordon is leaving his pit. Michael Waltrip is in. And here comes the leader. Sterling Marlin going to stop at lap 63. Mike Skinner and Mike Wallace have also come in for their pit stops. And let's cover the leader's visit to his crew with Marty.
What an impressive run for Sterling Marlin thus far, Alan. It will be 4 tires for Sterling, and they will make no adjustments on the car. Sterling did not say anything until his crew asked him how the car was, and these guys desperately need a good finish. They have only had 2 top 10s in their last 9 races. That's a good stop going for the Coors Light team thus far, and they drop the jack and he heads back out on the track. Dave.
Marty Tony Stewart's car is loose. They're going to make a wedge adjustment in the left rear. Jeff Patterson makes that adjustment. Now he puts in the second can of fuel. They go to the left side of the car. They're going to give Tony 4 more tires and send him back out.
Dale Jarrett's been in. Matt Kenseth is in. Dave Blaney, Kevin Harvick, Ward Burton, Rusty Wallace just coming out of the garage to rejoin the race. Who else is here? Bobby Labonte, Jimmy Spencer. Did I mention Johnny Benson? Ricky Rudd is the new leader. And here he comes to pit road. He'll be followed in by Jeff Burton and Kurt Busch. And these stops will be at lap 64. Bill?
And Ricky Rudd, cautious of the traffic on pit road, simply wants to get more grip out of his race car. It's 4 tires and fuel, not expecting to see a chassis adjustment, so they'll try and improve the handling of the car with air pressure. Rudd gets the left sides on, fuel going in, not waiting for any more gas. He's getting back in the race.
Kurt Busch sits on pit road. We told you they were debating on the air pressure or the wedge adjustment. They went the air pressure route. He was a little bit tight, and that means that he took a pound out of the right front tire and a 4-tire stop for Kurt Busch. Hey, Burns.
And Ricky Craven burns out on pit road. His car was a little bit tight. They put on 4 tires, packed it full of fuel, and made a wedge adjustment in the right rear.
Elliott Sadler's now the leader all year long. The Wood brothers have gotten great fuel mileage, and they've run a few laps longer than about everybody. Let's see if he pits this time. Nope.
No,
that would be a no.
That is a no. This is one place you don't want to run out of fuel, though, BK.
No.
All right, so we'll see him in next time. Elliott Sadler, Terry Labonte, Jeffrey Bodine would be the first 3, and Casey Atwood. Now here come Terry Labonte, Casey Atwood, and Jeffrey Bodine in. So Sadler would be, looks like the last one to complete the cycle of stops here. We are looking at the race leader. 21 car of Sadler.
And Mike Skinner, the car directly in front of him, about to go a lap down because he has made a pit stop. A lap down to Elliott Sadler,
which is going to peel off into the pits right now. So it really won't go a lap down.
Nope. And you see Sadler fade from the rear view mirror. Brakes, 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 brakes. Oh, you come off that corner running 140 miles an hour, and you got to stop down to 55. 4, 3, Matt?
Right here, bud, right.
And the 21 car of Elliott Sadler. A few laps ago, Elliott came on the radio and told his crew chief, Pat Trison, he wanted 1 pound in the left rear, 1 pound out of each right side tire. He said he was tight in the center and up off the corner. Work continues on Elliott Sadler's car, and now he's down and away.
Well, when I was running down the guys who needed a pit yet to complete the stops, I missed one.
One more. Robbie Gordon, we saw him make that pit stop for fuel only so he could stretch his fuel mileage. Marty?
Yeah, and Benny, that worked for him. They are a little bit tight for Ken Schrader. They didn't make a chassis adjustment and an air pressure adjustment. Bigger problem for Schrader. He's got a little radio problem from his spotter to him. Cannot hear him all the way around the racetrack. It comes in and out. That's the biggest problem for Schrader right now.
Spotter's up on the roof in the rain. Might have gotten that radio a little wet. Never know.
And Robbie Gordon goes by, completes another lap. But that is a battle for the lead. Sterling Marlin has made his pit stop, has 4 tires, and is now about to take the lead away from Robbie Gordon.
So when Robbie does stop, he will be a lap down.
I would stop this time. If I just lost the lead, I'd give myself that full lap to make my pit stop and not get overtaken, right?
And most of the time, you're right, Alan, that's what happens.
Tony Stewart, Ryan Newman, this is 5th place. And Dale Jarrett just in front of them in 4th. That was the first lap Robbie Gordon has led this whole season? Really? Wow. Oh, Stewart waddling up off the corner. But he's hanging in there. Locked in this tight fight for fourth place. Sterling Marlin has resumed the lead in the Pennsylvania 500 at Pocono.